Anoxia Station, Chapter 3. Frozen Blood. You ended up in the permafrost sector, rich in gas deposits. However, equipment and its capacities suffer from low temperatures. It is crucial to stabilize the temperature and begin gas extraction as soon as possible. Well, things are a lot colder down here, and the radiation is fairly high. Looks like we have a few different types of deposits there. Some kind of radioactive material, and what looks to be gas. So let's get started. We have 3 drilling rigs, so we can just start chewing away at the rock and the ice. The temperature is very low, 15 below zero. We'll go with 3 drills. And I'm guessing that I want a generator and then some oxygen. Pretty fast. There is only space for a generator at this stage, so let's move to the next day. We have 112 survivors on board. Straight away, we have uncovered a scolopendra. I think that's what they're called. Yeah, scolopendra. Giant millipede, or centipede. Did some damage to it. We've discovered an abandoned mine. A dark maze of collapsed tunnels, filled with the stench of rot. Alright, so now we have a decent area to place down some buildings. And we will keep the drills active. We're studying the scolopendra to earn some DNA points for our entomologist. But it looks like there is a high chance it will do some damage next turn, so we're putting down some bug repellent to dehydrate the insect. We have 43 days until a massive earthquake destroys this cavern. I think a second generator will be a good idea, as well as a convector. Our first objective is to build 3 convectors and then upgrade them to boilers. And it does look like the temperature is dropping. Down to -31, actually quite a sharp drop. The old oil man lies on his deathbed. He's only 60, but the years of hard labor he dedicated to the mine have aged him beyond his years. He looks and feels himself like he's ancient. To everyone's surprise, before he passes, he curses the mines and his colleagues. At first everything is fine, but in the past few days there have been a string of accidents. The workers attribute this to the man's curse and refuse to work. We'll throw his body in the magma pool. See if that appeases the spirits of the cave. Or we could delete his Facebook profile. I think throwing his body in the magma pool is appropriate. We have lost 1 crew member. Taking a shot at the scolopendra, we have stunned it, so it will remain inactive. Study it again. We have a frozen moth. We discovered that moths like to climb on your buildings and chew on them. Looks like we have some oil, so let's grab it and continue the drilling past the mine, and maybe another mission down here. We have a research station. We'll have a look at that shortly. We need another boiler, so another convector built this turn and we will upgrade them. And a laboratory. Can we afford it, though? We have a fair amount of fuel. And we will need a refinery to convert that crude we've discovered. We can afford to do that, so we'll have it ready. We do have some crude in the store as well. It looks like I would have to chew through this frozen moth to get to the uranium deposit. It looks like it's uranium. Discovered a gold mine. It is unknown who owned this gold mine before, but it has been abandoned for a long time. The miners dropped their drills, picks, and lanterns in a hurry. Everything they left is covered with stone dust. The mine was not fully developed. The processing was sloppy, some tunnels collapsed. It is unclear exactly what happened here, but in a deserted shack at the entrance, you found a nervously scribbled letter that stated the miners had overstayed their welcome with the Golden Queen. It also says the Queen had grown weary. She had been angered. The mines were too noisy, too often. People here indulged in greed, exploiting the vein. In the end, some tragedy occurred. The rest of the letter has decayed, and it has become impossible to make out anything else. Well, let's investigate. 2 men came running, screaming, their eyes wide with terror. In a garbled voice, they told they dug out the passage into a cavern filled with gold, liquid gold. It dripped from the walls and coated the stones, and there was something sitting in the middle of the cave. A colossal creature with the body of a woman and the tail of a lizard. No, 3 tails. It was encrusted with precious stones, and there were human bones laying around. From the creature's bloated belly, liquid gold oozed out like honey from honeycomb. So the workers fled, having dropped everything. Well, I am reluctant to send a lone person in because we lost our foreman by sending him in to deal with something, so let's try and capture it using some of our tech points. When the team reached the cave the Golden Queen was supposed to be sitting, there was no sign of her, no sign of the gold either. Digging further and deeper into the mine, the miners only came across useless rock. The gold rush ended as soon as it began. But we have unlocked an innovation, which is a higher chance to stun when we use our primary weapon. Let's spend one of our tech points on explosive ammunition. Unlocks the ability to launch a missile. Take a shot at the Scolopendra. It's quite sturdy, but we keep stunning it, which is good. So we will keep studying it as well to farm some of those DNA points. The gas does nothing to the frozen moth because it is encased in ice. Unfortunate. I think I might turn off auto filtration because that lowers the temperature in the cave every turn. And it is plummeting in here, minus 40 degrees centigrade. And we have to blow up the petroleum to gain access to it. It was frozen. Get the extractor down, clear out the rock, and continue drilling. I could remove these mines. Let's do that. I might remove the gold mine. Okay, we still need to build some boilers, and that will no doubt be the cure to a cold environment. But day 4 of week 1 is about to come to an end. We've uncovered a spider. A creepy, creepy spider. Let's study it. Drop down the bug gas. This thing is very sturdy. We have to dig around the research station. There's a frozen moth in the way. So that tells me I'll need to have some defenses ready for when I want to fight those. I wonder if we can melt them out by raising the temperature. Alright, so we could upgrade our convector to a boiler. We don't have enough to do that to all of them, I don't think. We do, but that would leave us with no fuel. Finally, after 5 days of fighting, we have destroyed the Scolopendra. And we've run out of time. Let's put down a radio tower for defense. Our drill machine there should fight the spider. It didn't. I think did it kill the drill? We were trying to drill through there and it didn't work. We're making our way towards this radioactive deposit. The spider is encroaching in our territory. Refining some of our crude to fuel, and I should activate the extractor. Radiation is sitting at 61 millisieverts per hour, which is, I'm no physicist, but I'm pretty sure that's hectic radiation. I think that would be like your annual dose in less than an hour if you worked in the nuclear field. Emergency cooling would add a process to the convector to rapidly cool the place. Let's go with gas development. That will upgrade our energy. Send our entomologists to the lab. We've collected a fair amount of research. Ooh, what is this? Frost Sentinel. An ancient golem of eternal ice guarding frozen caverns. Its crystalline form absorbs light and emanates cold. Shooting at 10% health. Alright, we're definitely going to need some defenses here. We're going to construct the boiler. Activate fuel production. That will push the temperature in the cavern up. So will the extraction. And we can fire grenades at everything. Oh, the grenades do attack the frozen creatures. The temperature has risen now to a chilly negative 16 degrees Celsius. So our refining and extracting will raise that temperature. We also have all the boilers. Choosing the upgrade to put some turrets on all of our factories. And we will study the spider. The Frost Sentinel has a little bit of walking till he can get to us. The game is making it obviously clear that those moths are a threat. We need to repair our refinery. A bit short on fuel, so we shoot the spider. We need to create some fuel. That process uses crude to make a little bit of fuel. Enough to repair the refinery. Alright, that one is depleted now. Our boilers are all active. We can synthesize water with oxygen. That creates water. Nice. So I'll upgrade one generator to a hydro generator. do need some energy, so we'll spend some fuel for that. The temperature is above 0 and the moths are starting to melt, so let's drop the temperature. I'm not ready to fight the moths yet. So yeah, once you are above 0, the ice will start to melt. We don't want those things crawling all over our buildings. Create some gas. Finishing the day below freezing. That one is almost exposed. Let's turn on ventilation to assist with keeping the cavern cool until we're ready to fight the moths. We still have this sentinel, frost sentinel, quickly approaching our base. Generator's taken some damage. Upgrade it to an outpost just before the Frost Guardian thing gets here. And continue the drilling. We have neglected that. Off to the lab. The bad critters are still safely encased in ice. But we are getting close to melting point. We'll use the grenades, attacking all the visible enemies. But only a small amount of damage to our Frost Sentinel. Let's make some fuel. And then hit it with a burst of flamethrower. I know one of my buildings lets me shoot oil all over them. Let's see if we can do that. Upgrading the power because we are very short. Okay, which building was it that lets you neutralizes a magma lake, leaving a rock dump in its place? We don't need to use that. I don't want to heat the room up anymore. Gasification. Oh, we have... So the temperature has soared to 20 degrees centigrade, and we are now fighting a whole room full of moths. Cluster munitions. Let's study the moth that was encased in ice. Uh-oh, the day is almost over. The moths are on their way to attack us. We have an acid snail. They are on our boilers. The Frost Sentinel's taken out our outpost. Not great. We need some water, do we? That only costs oxygen. That's pretty good. There it is, Black Geyser. Ejects fuel. Oh, that one does damage. It's not the one I was thinking of. The power situation is critical. We can research liquid nitrogen, giving the research center the ability to freeze an enemy. I don't have many options with no electricity. We need to cook this thing off. Create some more water while we're at it. We are purging water pretty quickly. Frost Sentinel has been stunned. Let's launch the grenades. And some bug gas would be great. don't think we have enough points for it, so we're going to study the snail. Let's upgrade our drilling rig so we can keep that fuel coming in. Despite the node being dry, once it's upgraded, it digs deeper for oil. I have been neglecting to drill. The fuel situation is critical where I've got no power. One of the creatures has been defeated. The temperature is once again below zero, 24, negative 24. I just have to keep trying to cook the moths off. But we don't have enough power to do anything at that building, so it's going to take a big bite out of it. One moth is down. A large door here, what appears to be a door, and we still have those deposits of radioactive rock. Completely out of fuel. We need to activate the refinery, but resources are too slim to do that. The Frost Sentinel, I think, is defeated. Big pile of mess on the ground. A half-ruined, seemingly previously secret laboratory. You could not determine what exactly they studied here, but broken enormous capsules and dried blood on the walls seems to give a hint. An icy stronghold of knowledge that has fallen under the weight of time. Its halls a museum of ambitions. Its exhibits, broken flasks, and unproven hypotheses. We've almost made it to that radioactive deposit. Those two here are exposed. What is it? Uranium deposit. We're going to collect it. It's going to cost some lives. The acid snail is still alive. Let's hit it with grenades. I think that's all the hostiles defeated. Let's continue the drilling. See what else we can find. Oh, they're not, because we still have a moth on one of our buildings. And another uranium deposit discovered. Repair the boiler. Repair the boiler. Yeah, that's right. If you do anything to a building, it forces the moth off. Kill it. Use the bug spray. And it's dead. Just what we needed. Right, production of fuel is underway. And we are trying to extract some uranium. For what purpose, I'm not sure. But it wants me to. Alright, the second day of week 3. Radiation is acceptable. Temperature is comfortable. 20 degrees. It's going to take a few days to pull out this uranium, it seems. The threat is pretty much minimized. A bit of heat coming from this rock. I wonder what's inside. we have an energy surplus, the oxygen surplus. Our fuel isn't great, but we have heaps of crude. Might need another refinery at some point. Water is critical. It's about to run out. Our boilers can make some water every turn, but not much. What is that? Looks like a flathead. Which is a type of fish. We desperately need water. We need to throw grenades at what seems to be a fish. Here it is, petroleum bomb. Pours petroleum over a random hostile creature. So that's from the drilling rig. An upgraded refinery lets us do hydrocracking, converts crude petroleum into fuel using water. We get extra fuel from that process. We can't really spare the water, but we did it anyway. Ghastly screeching of this fish thing. An abyssal flounder, a nightmare creature that wants to dwelled in the darkest depths. It's got razor-sharp teeth. Going to send that person to the generators, send our entomologist to the lab. We could send this fellow to the boiler. Oh dear. Giant fish has eaten one of our buildings. Giant mouth opening up in pain, I guess it is. Starting to get angry. Let's put down another radio tower just to block its approach. I really want to kill it. Its breathing is getting on my nerves. Continue exploration while we try and figure out how to deal with the demon fish. An abandoned nuclear power plant. The equipment is nearly pristine condition. You might be able to start the reactor. Coincidentally, we need some uranium, which we are already starting to extract. That one is exhausted. Oh no, time's running out. Quick. Order a drill. Okay, we have unearthed another gas deposit. This fish just continues to screech at us. Let's douse it in petroleum. Would that be? That'd be a huge waste of fuel. We need water, and then we need hydrocracking. Just not sure what to do about the fish. We are extracting that uranium deposit. Oh, we have a moth. Study it. Spray it. I don't think we need an extra gas rig. I really just need this fish to go away. The moth is almost dead. Excellent. And so is the flounder. Another spider on the field. Study it up. The moth is on one of our boilers. Let's burn it off. Did it die? I think it did. The fish is dead. We have unlocked another innovation. Let's put down another defensive tower. All of our resource levels look good. Topping off the fuel. We almost have enough fuel to upgrade our station to the final level. Level 3. And another frost sentinel has been unearthed. Repair the drill rig. Upgrade the radio post to an outpost. Spend some fuel to create some power. And we need water. We can make a small amount of water each day and it does get consumed very quickly. But our station is now being upgraded to level 3. Not sure where the Frost Sentinel's going, but I have a dastardly plan for it. Our drill rigs are armed with turrets, so they should shoot at the Frost Sentinel. The spider's not doing much. Let's study it. That looks like a moth body. Let's put our lab on top of it. The lab was destroyed. We need another one. Creating more fuel. I quite like that concentrator. It has a nice amount of fuel every day. Cluster munitions hitting the Sentinel and the Spider. And we have stunned the Frost Sentinel. I want to douse it in fuel and then set it on fire. That would be fun. A small surplus of energy per day means we need another generator. Okay, the drill did some damage to the Frost Sentinel. Let's keep digging away. Our level 3 station looks pretty fancy. It has what seems to be saw blades on the side of it. Okay, we have doused the Frost Sentinel in fuel. I'm going to launch cluster munitions to set it on fire. It looks like we have a damage over time effect. Let's stack that damage and see if we can't kill it this turn. I guess it's just going to burn all day. Put down some bug repellent. Just launching another grenade there to make sure this thing dies this turn. Day is drawing to a close. It is now 6 p.m. We are still working on the final uranium deposit. And the Frost Sentinel has died. Excellent work. So if you did that at the start of the day, they just burn all day. Fantastic. I would like to find some water. It's not great to be running on such a deficit. The bodies of various horrors scattered around the cabin. While we wait for the uranium, I guess we just work on a surplus of fuel. And upgrade this outpost to a citadel. Haven't seen that before. Apparently we cannot build here. For whatever reason. Our drill rig has unearthed a spider and an acid snail. Let's just mess them up. Bug spray is overpowered. We can now contact the surface to summon new Terranauts. And we can place an autonomous turret on an empty tile for the cost of a small amount of fuel. Ooh. Say hello to my little friend, the turret. And deal radioactive damage to a random creature. Oh, absolutely splatting that spider. We need some extra gas from that move, though. We now need just to find and start the reactor, so we know where that is. Let's start it up. Okay, so the nuclear reactor was powering a portal to God knows where. And the screeching. We're going to have to pack up and carve a way through our base. And we will need a stockpile of fuel to get there. It looks like there are dead fish. Come to life. The siren call of that portal. Fish remains. Alright, we need to pack up. We'll set some turrets down and head towards the portal. Before its Cthulhu call drives me insane. It took some work, but we managed to cross the cavern. And the portal awaits. Victory for Chapter 3. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Anoxia Station. If you want to see more, make sure you're subscribed and click the link that appears on your screen right now.